Hey, what is up everybody? This is Jumpin here, and this is going to be Mass Effect 3 gameplay commentary. Today it's going to be actually on Dagger. It's going to be a gold gameplay, and it will be with the Turian Sentinel. Definitely one of my favorite characters in the game. I've said that before in previous videos, but probably overall my second favorite character to play with. He's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different things. This is going to be, like I said, on Dagger. I told you in my last video that I'm going to try to avoid Firebase White for at least a while. You know, like just to get you different, different maps, just to mix it up, because I'm sure everybody's tired of seeing that map. My setup with this guy is going to actually just be the Hornet. I've told you before, and you could use a sniper with him. That's very possible, and the Hornet. But for the gold, I'm just going to be using the Hornet. And I believe for my equipment, because you do always want to put ammo on the Hornet if you're going to try to use it. For my equipment, I believe I'm using shield booster for the armor, armor piercing 3, which is definitely needed just to take out the bigger enemies. Pretty much this whole game, once the atlases start to come, my job primarily will be to just kill all the big enemies. I don't even think my teammates knew what I was doing, but later on in the game, when the atlas starts coming heavy, I start to just take them out by myself, because I knew that if I could just do that and let them stay together and focus on the phantoms, I could definitely help out my team. But anyway, like I was saying, now Turian Sentinel is a great character. I personally believe, though, I actually do have warp on him in this build, but I don't really think I'm going to be using it much. Because I do believe that he's definitely the best when you just go ahead and use and I hate when that happens, but grabbing enemies sometimes can be really stupid. Like, you try it and then there's like this weird glitch that can happen a lot where you start to swing your freaking melee all awkwardly. It's really stupid, but it does happen, so it's like whatever. I'm going to be pretty much doing the same strategy every time, because I'm using a Hornet and we're playing on Dagger, which is a very close range map. The thing is that because we're playing on Dagger, I have to get in close, and because I have to get in close, I'm just going to be primarily flanking. Later on, it's going to get a little bit more challenging, and I'm going to go down quite a bit from my dumb flanks, but for the most part, this is pretty good gameplay. I really hope you might enjoy it. And yeah, I've been definitely enjoying uploading Mass Effect, and I'm actually liking the response I'm getting for it so far. So I really appreciate all the support I get, and all the people, who are starting to tell their friends about my channel. But yeah, that'd be great if any of you guys who, enjoy these videos so far, just tell your friends about it. Obviously, if you play Mass Effect 3, the multiplayer, you probably have a couple friends who do, and maybe you can give me a little shout out. That would be awesome. I would really greatly appreciate that. Another thing too, guys, is that I would really, really like it if you could like my videos. If you watch them, if you like them. I mean, obviously, if you don't like my videos, that's fine. But if you actually do like them and you think they help you or whatever, I would really appreciate that. That would really help me out. When it comes down to getting more views and stuff, I don't know. I think that the likes really do matter. I really don't know much about how YouTube really works, but I believe that has something to do with it. So yeah, like I said, I would really appreciate that. Now here's what will be awesome is that for the most part right here, you'll see me pretty much. I mean, obviously we're all shooting this Atlas right now, but this Hornet with armor piercing is absolutely amazing against the Atlas. It can take it out single-handedly, very easily. And I'm gonna actually go ahead and go for a second Atlas, but this was actually kind of stupid what I did here. Obviously, there's a lot of enemies around this guy right now, and that's kind of dumb. Luckily for me, he's being stupid right now and not able to really target me, but because of, now that he's targeted me right there, this is not going to be good for me, because there's so many enemies behind me, and just like always, boom, there's a Guardian. Once a Guardian gets on you and can melee you, it's not a good thing. You can definitely go down very easily when that happens, and that's exactly what happened to me. So that was definitely a shame, but it's really whatever. Luckily, though, I do get back up. But anyway, one thing I wanted to actually bring up in this video was a couple different things I've been wondering about. Like, you know, I think for my next couple gameplays, I do have a lot of gold gameplays, but I think for my next couple ones, I'm gonna get more into the whole thing I talked about before. About I'm gonna use different weapons and let you guys decide on which one it's gonna be. But I still can't decide on the very first episode of it. I think I might use the arc pistol because I did see some comments about using that gun, and I'm totally down to do that. I actually have a pretty good gameplay with it already, but I haven't commentated it yet. So, you know, if you're interested in seeing that, let me know. That could be pretty much episode 1 of, you know, the different guns. Like, I don't know what I'm going to call the series yet, but it's going to be something to do with, you know, the different guns in the game. And, you know, I can give you an overall rating on it and what I think about it after using it. Because, and the beautiful thing about that particular series, for me at least, that I'm enjoying so far is that, you know, I've using these different guns that I might have only used a couple times, you know, especially when they were at lower levels, because once you get all the guns up to higher levels, they do get a lot better. If, you know, if I use the gun again, like the arc pistol is a great example, because the first time I used it, I totally hated it. And, you know, the last time I used it, I didn't think it was, you know, that bad. Like, I'm not going to really tell you much about it right now, because obviously that would be for the video, you know, my overall rating about it. But, like I said, like, it changed my opinion on it somewhat. I hate this spot right here. You can't actually shoot the turret. It's really gay. Try to avoid it if, if you are ever trying to run around. You know, I really don't like camping too much, especially against Cerberus, like, our Reapers. Geth, you really have to, but, you know, I like to really run around, even with a sniper and stuff, I like to run around and just quick scope and do all that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, you know, like I said, so, you know, let me know if you want to see that, the arc pistol gameplay. I can also maybe do another gun if you maybe wanted to see another gun more. But more than likely, it's going to be the first episode will be the arc pistol, and then after that, I'll let you guys, you know, decide the next one. You know, but anyway, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about this gameplay. Like I said, like, my main strategy for this is going to be that, you know, well, the main strategy that we're doing is that, you know, obviously, the rest of my team are actually staying up in the building, which is really, really risky. And once again, I fail epically on trying to get grabs. I hate Nemesis. Like, they're one of the worst enemies in this game. But like I said, so my team is pretty much staying up top, so I have to be super extra careful, because if I do go down here, there's a good chance that no one's going to be able to come and get me. So if you ever want to, like, run around, like, this is definitely not a good map for running around with close range weapons, especially on gold, because, you know, if, like I said, if you do go down, it can be very, very risky for you. But, you know, you can honestly, like, with this gun, if I wanted to just sit up in that building, it would work from, you know, range. If you get on a wall with the Hornet on a Turian and you just shoot it from the wall, it's extremely effective. Like right here, like, as you can see, the recoil there is literally none. And this gun has it really doesn't have bad range at all. So you could stay back with this gun as well. You don't necessarily have to get close. I just personally prefer it this way. I like to, you know, get in close so I can hip fire it and get, you know, the maximum accuracy out of it. You know, that's another thing too, though. But when you do hip fire with any gun, your accuracy will be a lot less than when you aim it in. It's kind of how it is in every game, but in this game, that's also true. You know, the Hornet high rate of fire really makes up for the lack of accuracy when you hip fire it, but, you know, other guns not so much. You know, the great thing, like I said, about this class, you know, besides people running around with the Widow and stuff, taking on Atlas really quickly, this gun can also do a really good job at that as well. Also, you might notice this is a decoy in this game, which I'm not a big fan of decoy, honestly. I don't really think decoy is that useful, but, you know, if you can use it right, you know, it can be decent. And the way you would want to use decoy, though, for anyone who might be wondering, is that you just gotta find the. It's just like anything in this game. You gotta find the spots that are good for anything. Like a good example of finding spots is a human soldier. Like if you're gonna run around with frag grenades are really good, and they're almost like they're so much better if you can throw them off of walls. Yeah, like that's one little secret about frags if you didn't know that. Like if there's a group of enemies somewhere, if you can chuck it off the wall and bounce it right to like where the enemies are, it's extremely effective that way, and it's just kind of cool to do, I guess. Like that's one thing, because obviously why not add some style to your gameplay. But that's an example that I could give you about how to do how to pretty much use something like by just learning about it. Now right here, I actually was really calling out the fact I needed help, but instead of just getting the help, I decided to just run away because this guy can take out phantoms, but the Turian soldier is a lot better at taking them out because once the shield is gone, you can just knock them down or whatever. And then once they're knocked down, you're able to just shoot them when they're on the ground. With this guy, you actually have to, keep hitting them, and unless they're stasis, phantoms are just stupid. And as you can tell, armor piercing is really amazing for this gun against guardians and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. Like once she stasis, like this gun will kill her in like 2 seconds, as you can tell. Like this map is it's definitely I think one of the better maps. It's really big, but it's definitely for big big map wise. I think this is probably the best one in the game. But the one thing that really is terrible about this map is the turrets. Like it just I think that I'm not sure about this, but I do believe that the engineers can set up more turrets on this map than they can on pretty much in any other. And it can be really annoying. And finally, I get a grab. Finally. Then the places where they set them up are just ridiculous sometimes. Especially when you have to do these, devices things, like when you have to enable these devices, it can be really terrible. Right there, that was a good example of how to use this gun. If anything's ever at a range and you're using this Hornet, now remember, guys, you do have to use the Hornet on a, and right there, the video skipped. So that is kind of crazy. I don't know why that happened, but I don't know. Maybe it was a capturing like a capturing problem I had. I didn't even know that was about to happen, so I apologize for that. But I don't think it really skipped much. I believe it might have just skipped to the end of that wave. Yeah, we were on wave 6, so let's see what wave we're on now. That was really crazy though. I don't know what the hell happened there, but it just, I don't know. My capture card is kind of old and a little shitty, so sorry about that. Now, what happened right here? Now that was really terrible. What ended up happening to me, which was that the phantom spawned behind me, and that's when it's really time to just get the heck out of there. Like this is I believe a good example, the first example of me shooting Atlas pretty much by myself. I think maybe there might be one other person shooting this with me, but as you can tell, I think the majority of the damage is pretty much being dealt by me. And that's one of the best things about the Hornet, and just the Turian Sentinel in general. It's just he can do that. He can really. And once again, I hate this spot. Never be scared to use your thermal clips. They are really amazing. Oh yeah, right here. Now this is a good little play here because honestly, I called out the stasis and my buddy Drakinator. He was actually able to come over here and help me. So I say this before a lot, but communication is a big deal in this game. Like you know, you really don't want to go down. Like, that's the absolute truth. If you cannot go down, uh, it's so much better than if you do go down, because and that's pretty obvious. I mean, I sound kind of stupid even talking about that, but you know, it's crazy to me because like I've seen kids before with mics and stuff, and they'll die, and or they'll need help real bad, but they don't really say anything. Like, if you need help, say something, because you know most people are willing to help you. And you know, not everyone can, especially on gold, and just even on silver. Like, there's been plenty of times where I just can't kill a phantom. Like, I can't do it. Like, it's impossible. Like, with the character I'm using, or there's, you know, 2 of them on me, or whatever it is, and I will immediately, like, ask for help. Even if I was playing with randoms, I probably would do that, but I really don't play with randoms. Like, I avoid randoms at all costs. Like, and I feel sorry for the people out there who, you know, I know, like, you guys are forced to play with randoms, maybe because you don't have, like, a lot of friends or whatever to play this game with, but, yeah, like I said, I really feel sorry for you, because, like, I hear a lot of funny stories about, playing with randoms and stuff, and how bad they can be, yeah, but, like I said, luckily I have enough friends to never really have that problem. And that actually is going to bring me up to, that's actually going to bring up another point that I wanted to make. Now guys, you know, for all you out there who's watching this video, you know, I do have a full friends list, but if any of you guys wanted to ever play, I'm always willing to, if we have space, play with any of the people who watches these videos. If you wanted to maybe play a couple games with us, I am totally down with that. There's, you know, a lot of the times I actually only have maybe 2 people, or well, yeah, 2 other people to play with, so we only have 3. And if any of you guys ever wanted to maybe, you know, come and play with me and a couple of my friends, that is totally cool. Just send me a message. Obviously my gamer tag is JumpinProductions, so you know, just send me a message and I'll let you know, like, if we, you know, have room, and pretty much, you know, play with you. And if you're good, or if we enjoy playing with you, well, we might play with you a lot. So, you know, that's just something to keep in mind, guys. I'm always down to do that. You know, don't be afraid to ask. Like, you know, like I said, I'm a pretty cool guy. Like, I like playing with fans, or people who, you know, I wouldn't even call you fans. I would just say people who like my videos. You know, it's just, I just enjoy doing it. It's just something fun to me. So, like I said, just don't be afraid. Now, this is weird. Like, this phantom just totally disappeared, and I literally did not know where it went. And but then this freaking cunt comes up behind me, and look how fast her shield came back. And I really, I hope this was another one. And you know, I'm gonna try to melee her, which is the dumbest thing you can do. And yeah, she gets me. So that was absolutely terrible. You know, I'm pretty much down for the round. It's crazy to me because, you know, it's crazy to me because, like, you know, if you go down, I really thought that round was already, I wouldn't say over, but I thought that we were a lot further in that round than we really were. Because this is actually going to take a minute for the rest of my squad to clean it up and stuff. You know, and I'm going to keep switching through all the different teammates as I spectate, because this is what I like to do. You know, even if you're dead, you know, even if you're dead, guys, it's not really the end of the world, because you can still help your teammates out a lot, especially if you are playing with your friends and stuff. You know, just like what I'm doing right here is, obviously because they're fighting a Atlas, it's not really a big deal. But what I'm doing right here is that, like, if they were all, like, separated or something, I could actually look at each of their screens, and, you know, if I see anything going on, either give them some, you know, tips, or go ahead and, you know, tell them, like, oh, watch out behind you, and all that kind of good stuff, because, you know, that really does help. Like, you know, obviously, like, right there, Judgment here, he didn't really see that there was a guy to the right of him. And, but I don't even think I said anything in there, though. It wasn't necessary, because, I think Standby actually already had him. But, yeah, you know, so that's just a really good thing to do, guys. It really is. It's a lot of, it makes you a better team player, and, like, this game is a lot about teamwork. It really is. If you really want to do well, on gold, you gotta be able to communicate, you gotta be able to talk, and all that kind of good stuff. It's just what it is. Let me go ahead and get back into this whole other series I want to do about the weapons. Like I said, I really want some comments because that was my biggest problem. Like I haven't started doing the video about like the different weapons because from what I've seen, I haven't checked it actually in a while, so I actually need to check it. But from what I've seen is that everybody, a lot of people left a comment saying a different gun. But because everyone left a comment saying a different gun, like there's not one gun that stood out the most to me. So it's kind of like my choice. And like I really don't want that to happen. So if you guys can, like, if you see a couple comments that say like the same gun and you believe that that is a gun you definitely would want to see, but maybe not right away, you should probably suggest it because obviously, like, I don't have a channel that is like ginormous where tons of people are gonna leave me comments and stuff. So like you guys who are out there who actually watch these videos, and who enjoy them, and that definitely could help me out a lot if that's the case. And yeah, I'm gonna get mowed down by a turret, and I instantly got myself up, and which was very important, because like and yeah, I'm in a really bad spot here, but I instantly got myself up because there's no way that they can make it to me. And oh, and I actually have to use another minute here. Turrets, man, turrets. Like I remember right here, I was just starting to rage just because there was so many turrets. And that's the problem with this map, is that they can set up so many randy turrets everywhere, and it's really annoying. And then oh, that was a close one. I was really mad. I would have been really, really mad if she would have got me again. Yeah, they're very overpowered. Like I said, once again, I just kind of called it out right there that I needed help, and I got my help, which was awesome for me. Now, a lot of you guys might say, why did you use an ammo pack there instead of going to just grab the ammo right behind you? And my honest to God truth answer for that is because I am an absolute kill whore, and I just wanted that kill. Which I don't even believe I got it, but yeah, like that if you guys wanted me to be honest, that is the honest to God truth. I really hate going to the ammo box in the middle of fighting, you know what I mean? Like if I'm shooting an enemy or a group of enemies and I'm out of ammo, like even early on, I will use an ammo pack a lot of the times because I just really hate to have to run anywhere, even if it's close to me, to get ammo. I'd rather stay in the fight. I'd rather stay, shooting the target instead of getting ammo. And that's another big problem right there. I hate when that happens too, when you only get, like a little bit of bullets. It drives me a little crazy when that happens. Especially, like I've had literally games where it's wave 11 and it's the extraction zone. This actually happens on this one map all the time. It's Reactor. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know what map that is. But yeah, oh my God, that map drives me nuts because at the end of it, like I'll stand by the ammo box and there's literally no ammo left. It's crazy. All right, this is gonna be wave 11, I mean 10. And yeah, I don't know who failed with that rocket right there, but that was really funny. I have absolutely no idea who failed with that rocket. This game, I really believe they need to come out with an equipment pack that's permanent. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have so many issues with getting equipment. It's crazy, and that really sucks because I believe right there a Phantom just stabbed Standby, and in these later waves like this, if you get assassinated, it can really be terrible. You do not want that to happen. But yeah, guys, here's the thing. Alright, like I hate the equipment setup now because I have literally every uncommon weapon because I sat there and bought a lot of veteran packs, mainly for equipment and mainly for things like that. And this was really annoying right here, like the fact that the Atlas came over here and blocked the other Atlas. Like, that was so stupid. But anyway, yeah, you know, because I bought so many veteran packs, I have like all the uncommon weapons, and that's awesome, you know, that's cool. But the problem is, at this point, the only way I can really get any other weapons, which would be gold and blacklisted, is through the, is actually purely through the Spectre packs. But Spectre packs are terrible at getting you equipment. They really might need to fix that, you know, like, make it so that instead of just getting one equipment at 5, make it so that, you know, we can get freaking 2 equipments at 5. And it would just make it so much better, because, like, it's just so... At this point, I'm just totally out of equipment. Like, it's ridiculous. And honestly, the other thing that really messes you up is, you know, having 5 of these equipments. Like how I have 5 rockets, 5 metagels, and 5 survival packs, and all, you know, and the thermal clips or whatever. Because I have 5, and that's a good example of decoy being amazing. It can be really good if you use it right. And Judgment, the guy on my team right here, he's pretty good with it. Like, he knows how to use it for the most part. But yeah, guys, like, when you have 5 of all these equipments, you just run out of them so easily. Like, I remember in the demo, I had like 250 rockets and 400 metagels or some crazy number like that, you know, and then survival packs, like, I was like close to 500. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference, like, of this game compared to the demo. But the reason why it's like that, I believe, is because I have 5 of these things. So, like, you know, when you're really trying to get a lot of experience, you know, for maybe to level up your character, especially these low level, you might use up all your rockets because you want more experience so that you can get leveled up faster. Or if you're about to die, you might use a lot of your survival packs, things like that. Or if you do die a lot, you might use your metagels. You know, and it's kind of crazy. Like, the only thing I have a lot of at this point is the thermal packs. So yeah, guys, like, as I'm saying, I really wish they would come out and fix this stuff, because it's really annoying for the most part. And yeah, tell me what you think. If you're, you know, if I'm the only one having like retarded equipment problems, you know, they really need to do something about that. Literally, they could make it so that they could make it. That's the crazy thing to me, is that they could. And if you play gold a lot, like, that's the other thing. Like that was a very needed missile for the most part. But yeah, you know, they really need to come out with a permanent equipment pack or something to get you equipment, and just, you know, just make it easier on us, because I thought, you know, one of the biggest disappointing things in this game, and obviously this will be around the end of the video, but one of the biggest disappointing things in this game that I have found was that you can't just buy your own, you know, you can't just go and buy weapons and stuff. Like, I thought they were gonna do that. Like, you know, if I wanted a certain weapon or a gun, I could just buy it outright for X amount of money, and, you know, when I wanted to level it up, I can just buy the next level for, you know, maybe the same price as the first one, but just a little bit more, and so on and so forth. You know, that's what I thought they were gonna do. But, you know, they didn't do that. And then I thought, you know, hey, make it so you can buy, you know, either a bundle of one equipment, or a, you know, make it so you can buy, you know, one of a certain equipment for X amount of credits. That to me would make the most sense. I'm just very surprised that they didn't do that. So, I mean, it's a little disappointing. Like I said, because, like, at this point, I literally have to buy veteran packs again, and I can't get anything out of those. And it's crazy to me how that's what this game is becoming to me again. It's like, I don't know. So I'm kind of like bitching a little bit about that, but, you know, hey, I just wanted to know, like, what you guys think, and do you have the same problem? But anyway, you know, so that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. You know, I thought that we did really good. Obviously, it wasn't fire-based white, so that's a refreshing thing. Yeah, and tell me what you want to see. You know, if you want to see a certain gun, if you want to see a certain character, if you want to see more gold, whatever it is, I would love some comments. But besides that, please comment, please like, please subscribe, and like always, guys, have a nice day.